Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Battle Chasers Nightwar. So, we're picking back up where we left off, kind of. What happened was, I recorded a bit, and then I realized that I was running my webcam, and totally didn't mean to. And so I had to kind of restart the game, because I didn't make a backup save. Because the way this game saves, you have like one save slot, and normally I would make a backup, and I didn't think about it. So I did start the game and just run back through. It took like 20 minutes to run back to where we were, since I wasn't reading through things and all that stuff. But anyways, we're going to be picking back up where we left off. I have went a little ways ahead, so I do know some of the stuff that's coming up, but I will not spoil it for you guys. So anyways, let's head on into Grimbeard's smithy.
Yep, I'm still here.
Let's chat.
I believe we found the bandit you chased out of town. In his possession was a letter we were unable to fully decipher.
Hey, let's have a look.
Handed over the bloodied letter.
Yeah, ink looks fresh. Says something about an ancient weapon.
Anything else?
Outsiders arriving at the island. Likely to, complicate things.
Outsiders? Does that mean us?
Well, it's hard to make out entirely. But it speaks of the Iron Outpost. That can be sure.
What's that? And where is it?
Mightiest military fortification south of the snows. Long abandoned. But bandits have been going in and out a lot lately. Skies know why. Gate north of town is locked to keep people from wandering that way. Here's the key. Well, you look likely to survive. But just in case, I've got a fine weapon or two for sale here that may come in handy. If the talking turns to fighting. Some others around town have useful wares as well. You might ask around, see what you can find. If they answer your knocks, that is. Interrupting my work.
Oh, and one thing that I forgot to mention, one thing that's going to be different is I decided not to tear down that guy's sign. I decided that we would be nice and not destroy people's personal property. Because I didn't know, like, I just figured we were supposed to, just tear his sign down, but since I had to run back there, I was like, well, maybe I won't tear the sign down this time. But anyways, let's go ahead and browse his wares. You can also see that we can actually upgrade his shop, which is really interesting. But we need to get some stuff from here. We have 149 gold. Now, he does have reinforced war golem plating for 152. I don't have the money for that right now. Nature's Touch. I do want to get this basic blacksmithing book. He gave us another blacksmithing book, and we're going to be using that for crafting, which I have actually gone far enough to where we can actually craft, because we can't craft here. We have to find a crafting table. But there are some coming up not too far in. It looks like there's a sale on it right now, but don't really need it. So basically just that blacksmithing book for right now. And let's go ahead and pop Introduction to Blacksmithing. And we learn some new recipes here, a bunch of them. And then basic blacksmithing, we learn like refined wool, hardened coast iron, stone cutter, so on and so forth. And then, oh, another thing that's interesting.
Yeah,
if we
have a
sleep
seat.
at a tavern, we get events sometimes. You fought bravely today. Aramis would be proud. Thank you. Wait, where are you going? I'm just stepping out for a minute. You get some rest. What about you? Don't you ever sleep? Not if I can help it. You don't need to worry. The inn's safe, far as I can tell. Calibretto won't leave your side, isn't that right? Get some sleep, okay? Okay. It's not me I'm worried about. Alright, and there's good reason for that, as you shall see. Let's pop in the curio shop. I hear you're going beyond the north gate. Maybe you aren't as boring as I thought. Take this flask. It will bring anyone who's fallen in battle right back up. They are limited, but should ensure you live long enough to pay me another visit. So we got 5 minor revival flasks. And let's go ahead and browse his wares. He has the primary elements. Includes recipes for a basic mana flask and a flask of strength. Let's go ahead and take that. That's 50 more gold down the drain. And I think that's the main thing that I want to buy. He does have a large bottle for sale, but I don't really have much use for that, I don't think. And let's go ahead and pop the primary elements. And you'll also notice that we have a crafting section here. Now, we can't actually craft from this area. Like I said, we have to find a crafting table to be able to craft. So anyways, I guess let's head on out of town to the north. Use the northern gate key. And take all loot. That's just a dead end over there. And this symbol right here, this means it's going to be a chain battle. I don't think we ran into any of those in the first episode. So basically it means we're going to have multiple waves in this battle. I've only ever seen waves of 2, but I don't know how crazy it'll eventually be. Alright, I guess I'm going to go for the spider first. Because I don't like all that poison. Really, really don't. He didn't like the spider anyway. They weren't good friends, apparently. Alright. Take that poison damage. Give me that poison damage. And I will say, like, up to this point, you know, it's been very just like physical attack the mob down. We can use spells, but, you know, I will say that that's about to change. Like, the game, like, really scales up pretty quick. Okay, so wave complete. And the nice thing is, the reason I was just meleeing through all of that is now we have the overcharge that we need to really go all out on these guys. So I'm going to go ahead and start with, let's start with a rally strike on that guy. And that guy, those little guys give Arcane Sick and Sunder. So it increases physical and magic damage both onto the target, so it's not good. Let's go ahead and do a wildfire. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a barrier swing as well. I love it. I love that wildfire. Alright, motivator's down. Now, when the motivator dies, it actually gives a buff. It does a little bit of damage to one of the enemies, but it gives them a buff so they gain attack damage. So that's what that's all about. And I guess I'm going to go ahead and do a... No, let's not do a Warblade. I'll just do a Cleave. Kind of a waste of a Cleave, but I had to overcharge for it, so I wasn't too worried about it. Alright, let me do a Healing Wave on you. And then, can I do... that should finish him off. And we'll do a quick try. Make sure it finishes him off. So, I wanted to go ahead and time it so that my heal got off on goalie before finish that guy off. Overkill, bonus XP earned. Victory! A lot of XP for that. So they're fairly close to level 4. The ruins just off the road here. They look military. This must be one of the Iron Outpost's old way stations, which means the outpost is nearby. Should we search it? Doesn't seem like the highest priority. Alright, well, guess what? We're going to search it. We don't even care about the highest priority. Sometimes it's best to use a defensive action when you know an enemy's casting something big. Alright, so what do we got here? The gate grins at you, wryly appearing to wink with its one smoky eye. Is that thing looking at us? With only one eye? There's no obvious way to open it. Like some sort of riddle. Whatever the case, we can't open it now. We'll have to come back. Let me go ahead and switch over. Let me just switch over. Oh, we got a chain battle. Green Slime and Lieutenant Crusher. Foreigners, I see. Yes, it's us. Let's go ahead and start with a... Let's take out the green slime first, because these things can actually do a decent amount of damage if we leave them undealt with. Oh man, he does so much damage. Honestly, I wish I had some of the skills that I had while I was playing with that bad recording. And of course we get poisoned. Let's go ahead and get Sunder up on this guy. And then go ahead and take out this green slime. Oh my gosh, this guy does so much damage. And let's get a rally strike up. Get our haste up. And healing wave on yourself. And I'm going to go ahead and do a barrier swing. Put the shield up, which is nice. There we go. Full health. It's funny because Calibretto is kind of squishy, honestly, for like a big machine. Alright, so let's do another healing wave on Gully. And then I'm going to do, we need more haste. We'll go ahead and do that so I can get a good Warblade out. And then I'm going to do a Warblade, and let's go ahead and get a Gut Punch up. Make sure he's got that Sunder up for their attacks coming up. He just buffed his attack. Yeah, it gets bigger. God, so much damage. He's kind of like a little mini boss. There we go. 89 HP crit. That's crazy. That's massive damage. And we leveled up. So that means we got all of our HP and mana and everything back. And we got knockout gloves. Basically the gloves that he was wielding. And the people on this island are strangely cryptic. He was here looking for something. If we don't find Monica and Nolan soon, we're going to get dragged into it. That does seem likely. Yeah, it does. Let's find them. I'm not one for like impersonations or voices and all that, so you get to deal with my very subpar, voices. Anyways, let's go ahead and these like super awesome gauntlets that are so powerful. Yeah, we're gonna switch them out for these punching gloves. You'll notice it bumps up our attack power by quite a bit, and the nice thing is it has stunning blow. Has a 10% chance on hit to stun an enemy for a short time. So we do lose some stats like HP and stuff, but it's okay. I think it's a fair trade-off. So. Oh, and we're about to do something fun. Very, very fun. Okay, so we have reached our very first fishing hole. And basically what we can do, fishing is a fun, relaxing activity, and it can also bring its own special rewards. Just make sure you have a good rod and lure equipped from the fishing section of your compendium. Walk up to the edge of the water and cast your line. Once you have a fish on your hook, pull your rod in the opposite direction the fish is swimming in order to reel it in. Be careful not to pull in the wrong direction or your line may break. So let's go ahead and cast it in. And you can actually do diagonals with it because they will try to swim off in diagonals. So anyways, we got 2 medium fish chunks, which those can be traded to the fishmonger. We haven't met the fishmonger yet. And then we got Scooter, a scrapped early test prototype to create sea-based infiltration mechs. That's, oh, okay, I did attract a couple here. There we go. Spear minnow. Though common and caught in the thousands, the scales of this fish flow across its body without error, perfectly designed in a unique pattern to each individual fish. And there's a bunch of different fish you can catch. Mini tentacled snail, and you'll notice that gave us +2 large fish chunks. Basically, they're small, medium, large, and you get different fish chunks based on the rarity. So, like this guy is a rare one, so we get large fish chunks. It says, only the bravest fishermen dare to look inside this monstrosity's shell. We just got Jub Jub, a unique fish said to be able to speak. Unfortunately, it died when you pulled it out of the water, so you can't test the theory worth a few shadow coins to the fishmonger. And that fish actually drops it as an item. Like, there's a few fish that will drop as an item. That's one of them, and then I guess you can just sell them to the, well, is that the collector? I think it's the collector. Mr. Krabby, a common crab found along the coast. Alright, what do we get? Bubbles. The frightening vast abyss below the surface of the ocean caused this young shark to seek shallower water where you were waiting to catch her. That's right. And you can tell by the shadows down there, like that other fish that we haven't caught yet is a Krabby. Mr. Krabby. Another spear minnow. And we'll go ahead and catch this one real quick. Mr. Krabby. Alright, so now whenever we leave this area, you'll notice the fishing hole is gone. Now, I'm not for sure if you go and rest, if it would, you know, come back. Because I know a lot of the stuff, like the collectible spots and everything, they do come back, but I'm not for sure. And we got a moss-covered artifact shard. This piece of metal, very strange. It's an artifact shard. It being here is a bad sign. Didn't Grimbeard say something about an artifact at the Iron Outpost? Yes, this really does get worse and worse. The bandit nearby, is he looking for this? Probably, but it's useless outside of a collection now, I hope. Let's get back to the road. Okay, so we are done in this little area. Just a little small exploration area. Now there is that gate. And I'm curious to find out what's beyond that gate. But so many little like areas in this game we can't access yet. Okay, so I guess let's head on up to the northern section first. And let's go ahead and loot that. 10 coast irons, seriously? From a single thing? That's crazy. I only got a forest loop. Let's see. Somebody's going to equip that. I'm not sure who. Let's see. It's attack power and haste. Honestly, I think Calibretto should get the haste. And that's because Calibretto is our healer. So I want Calibretto to be the fastest one in the group, if at all possible. Now, I will say I saw a pop-up on a load screen that said that the more haste, or the higher your level, the more like points of haste that's going to take to get like a 1% haste increase. So basically, you know, it's going to scale that so it takes more. You can't just keep buffing speed. You know, it's going to take more and more as you go. This platform, did we not see a similar looking device on the outskirts of harm's way? Seems useless. See, I'm betting that's going to be a teleporter, is what I'm thinking. Like, I'm betting it will be. We'll go ahead and take that. And I guess we're going to take the southern route first here. Then there's another one of these, like, strange machines. And then right up here, Tolka's Arena. By the swords, do we have new challengers in the arena? Arena? This a Bloodsport ring? Of course it is. This is Tolka's Arena. Most arenas died with the old ways. How does it still exist? I prefer the old ways as it would happen, and no one has been able to stop me. I'm the master of games, Lyco. Here you are challenged to fell as many opponents as possible before the sands of the hourglass have fallen. For those who survive, I offer rewards and acknowledgments. What kind of rewards? Ah, you're getting ahead of yourself. Not only are you new to this land, but your skills need sharpening. This I can tell. There are no simple challenges in this arena. I believe you are unaware of our past. Be that as it may, War Golem, you must spend more time in our land before you gain entry. You can speak to the Beastmaster Raha. She has a temper, but can help you find prey that will sharpen your swords. You and the Beastmaster appear related. Yes, very interesting. Now I must bid you farewell. I hope to see you back again. Okay. No one comes to the gate. So anyways, I'm assuming, like, to actually enter there, we're going to have to actually get farther with Beastmaster Rika, like, do more hunt quests and stuff like that. Alright. Alright, so another chest. We've got a Veil Scout's Tunic. Let's see how it fares. Increase on physical defense, but we lose attack power and gain stamina and HP. Honestly, I'm going to go ahead and switch to it And that's because of the future of Gully. Gully. Actually, I think it's the next level, in fact. Okay, so anyways, we've reached the Iron Outpost. You could see that this is the dungeon menu. Okay, which is super exciting. Dungeons are kind of like to me, they're the most exciting thing about this game. Anyways, it says the Iron Outpost. Though in ruins, the former scale of this mighty fortress is evident. Nature has begun reclaiming the old stone, and the smell of moss weaves with the salted breeze, swirling around the entrance. Now, crawling with bandits, it's time to figure out what power is drawing looters and criminals to the ancient site. Okay, now right here, you can see we have different challenge modes. So, we have normal and heroic available to us, and there's also a legendary difficulty as well. But you don't unlock that until you beat it on, I think it's on heroic, because that's the difficulty that I just did it at last time. I haven't done the normal difficulty, but either once you beat it on heroic or after you beat it at least once. I don't know which one for sure. Right here is the challenge rating. So it's an average difficulty to us at the moment on normal and heroic. And you can see right here we get a reward. So your reward is based on your difficulty. You have a treasure cache, a heroic treasure cache, and then what is it, legendary treasure cache or whatever, which is the purple rarity and purple difficulty. There's also an orange rarity as far as items go. I saw on a load screen, but I haven't found any orange items yet. But basically what these are, these treasure caches, depending on what difficulty we do it at, like if we do it on heroic, we are assured to get like at least one blue item whenever we open that treasure cache. So it's all chance based, you know, it's not specific loot. So we're going to do it on heroic. Let's go ahead and enter dungeon. And I will say my party's got a little bit of damage right now, but first battle probably we'll just try to get that healed up. So, I mean, I also have his ability, but I'm going to try to hold on to that. So anyways, a bold engraving is set at the base of the statue. Here the watcher keeps vigil over the Iron Outpost, with warning for those who would enter, tread lightly. And if you hit M in the dungeon, you can actually see like the layout and stuff. You can see we've discovered 10%. So this first room is 10% of the dungeon. So anyways, there's not really much else in this first room.
This is the Iron Outpost.
It's well lit for an abandoned outpost.
Our approach hasn't been subtle. We should be prepared for resistance inside.
When are we not prepared?
There's not really anything else in this first room, so let's go ahead and head on in to the dungeon proper. Alright. Open this. And now you can see, oh, we got a well handle, common parts. Now we've explored 20%, so you can guess by that there's about 10 rooms in this dungeon. So, but anyways, heading onwards. You're not gonna let me pull you separately. Ah, we got a chain battle here. Two guys. I didn't get the bat, so that's good. Oh, come on, he's got like 1 HP left. No. Oh, I hate that attack. That attack just wrecks your face so bad. Okay, so the mobs are all dead in this room. Common parts, some gold. And then over here, we'll go ahead and activate this. So this is basically a teleporter for inside the dungeon, so you can teleport around. This dungeon's not super huge, but it's fairly long. I'll be honest, it's fairly long for being a starter dungeon. And there are some challenges along the way, and there's some really neat stuff as you will soon discover. Now, one thing to note is if if you're playing and you're like, man, I need to go like take a break or something, you can leave the dungeon. That's fine. That's not a problem. So, and then it'll save your progress, and you can say continue dungeon, where you left off. Drink from the Shrine of Experience. Yes, let's drink from it. You gain more experience from combats. And I can't remember, how many battles is this? 3 battles worth. Alright, there are traps in the world, so just a heads up. But anyway, Spoils of War. The General returns. If you recall, we actually found one of these lore fragments a while back. So it says, a handwritten journal entry is scrawled on parchment. General Xavier returned from the main front last night. Because he came in darkness, few got a good look at him, other than to say he seemed well. The wars elsewhere have taken their toll on the outpost, with ranks thinning and our defensive practices becoming lax. I'm not sure Ravenheart even bothered to take his patrol last night, but then he always did seem the lazy sort. That should change with Xavier stalking the halls once more. Car lost. I can't remember if that's the same one that we found before or not. Anyways, let's head on up through here. This is going to be a big battle here. But it's going to be a lot of XP, so, I mean, there is that. Should have run. Okay, I'm going to... Do I want to... No. Let's start with Scattershot. And then he is going to go straight on Healing Wave and heal Garrison. Garrison's going to need it. Garrison's squishy as can be. And then let's go ahead and get a Rally Strike up. Oh, I stunned the bandit. That is awesome. That is really, really good that that happened. And we got haste up. Oh my god, 81 damage. That is crazy. Oh my gosh, like look at all the damage. I mean, we can flee if we need to. I'm going to go ahead and pop a potion on Calibretto. The best I can do for you, buddy. And then he can Healing Wave. And then he is going to Rage Wave. Which hits all enemies. So. Gosh. Yeah, you do need help. Oh my gosh. We shall avenge Gully. Okay, who are you going to cast that on? Yourself. You greedy thing, you. This could end like super badly, like right out the gate of this. Okay, Garrison needs a heal. He needs a heal bad. Oh my gosh. Knocked out, of course. Which means that mana is just pretty much wasted at this point. Let's pop a revival flask. This is not great. The thing is, I need the next level up, right? To actually have all the stuff available that I want. Oh my god, we're going down right here. We are going down right here. So bad. I've never fleed before. Let's try and flee. Flee failed. Okay, well, cool. The last time I went through this, I did not die at all. Defeated. Alright, let's go ahead and hit continue. I don't know what happens. If all the heroes are knocked out, they will find themselves knocked back to health at the end, but at the cost of some gold. You dropped 120 gold while escaping fray. You rested overnight treating your wounds. Ugh. Let me check this. Strange sounds seem to come from deep below. I don't know where that well handle, what that well handle's for, honestly. But let's go ahead and push on back through, I guess. If we could get the next level up, it becomes totally different. I should have healed everybody up, because everybody went into that battle with kind of low health. It was kind of my fault. Okay, we can actually continue the dungeon. Now, I will say, I know that on the last difficulty, it says that if you fall in the dungeon, that you can't continue. You have to restart it. But I guess the medium difficulty, we can just continue. Oh, and all the mobs that we killed are still dead. Huh. Sorry I died. It's actually not that bad. I just mega derped. It does get a whole lot easier once you hit level 5. I will say that dungeoning gets so much easier. It's like night and day. And it's not really because, like, you get OP. It's just you get things that will make life a little bit easier, so. Ooh, got a crit. I will take it. Yeah, punch on him. That's fine. He's about to get a big heal, so. Oh my god. I was not having this much issue like last time. I don't know if I'd already hit like level 5 by then or not. Or what it was. But, oh my god, are you serious? I'm glad he cast it on him since he had like 0 damage. That's cool. And that punched guy's just wrecking everybody. Go ahead and queue up a wildfire because I need to get these guys down. All this like damage coming in. It's like the 2 worst guys possible. Now get up, Garrison. You need to get up and you need to stay up. Uh-oh. Oh, are you serious? I'm gonna use like all my revival flasks like right here. Okay, Garrison gets a turn. Cool. Okay, I got Garrison out. Oh my gosh, like, he is just destroying health here. There we go. Oh, come on, kill him. Kill him, kill him, kill him. Okay, that's fine. You can punch on him. That's okay. Oh my god. That was tough. But we should level. And then should be okay. Maybe I should have grinded outside or something, because I've just ran through all of my potions pretty much. There we go. Swift Cleanse, Taunt, and Sting. Those are the three skills that are great. They make life so much easier. And I will show you why. And everybody's up at full health, full mana. We shouldn't have any more issues. I shouldn't need any more revival flasks. Like, I don't even think I used any last time. Oh, wow. This wasn't here. It almost seems like the dungeons are somewhat randomized. This mysterious cube hums with energy as you approach. An inscription has been etched on its side. Some boxes give, this one takes. Catch it if you can, and empowerment awaits. You could give it a piece of equipment, but you're unsure of what would happen next. Okay, let's select an item to present. I only have one thing that's not equipped. That's the well-worn cannon, so you can have that. Yes. Okay. The cube has teleported to another part of the dungeon. Interesting. Okay. Well, I guess we gotta find it then. Alright. And we got a room full of loot here. Minor healing flask. Common parts. And we got Spoils of War 2. Things have changed. A handwritten journal entry is scrawled on parchment. Other grunts have been talking up the general since his return, yammering about how he's different. I haven't seen him myself yet, but they don't know what I do. What real wars do to a man, given time. We've seen some action here, but it's always been safe by comparison. The Iron Outpost has gotten so built up over the years that even if someone did breach the outer walls, they'd get lost inside. Hell, it never seems the same twice to me, and I've been here for a decade. Maybe it's just madness settling in. Still, I can't blame Xavier for being different, if he is. Not after what he's likely been through. Regardless, I don't plan to find out personally. I'll keep my distance. Car lost. And keep in mind, if we find all those lore pieces, we get a reward. So, good stuff. Good stuff. I am really excited that these are randomized. And I actually don't even know that this... I know the first and second rooms in the dungeon are the same. You know, those little entryway rooms. But, yeah, this is totally different because I never... Oh, there's that cube. Let's get it. The cube is warm to the touch and hums with the same magical energy as it did earlier. Inside its glowing core, you notice the item you gave the cube, but it seems different somehow. Whoa! Mystery solved. We got a legendary well-worn cannon. I'll tell you what. Let's see about equipping that thing. Wow, we do lose some crit, but everything else across the board is better. I should have given it, like, one of my good weapons that I had equipped. Like, I can only imagine what we would have got out of that. Hey, hey. Yeah, you come on down here. I hate these punching guys, and they need to be separated. Go ahead and taunt him. Those guys are, it's so important that you get them taunted because they do so much damage, and that damage reduction that goalie can get is so key. And then you can use Calibretto to kind of heal, and then everybody just kind of damage as time allows, sort of thing. Go ahead and get sting up on this guy, actually. Ooh, double bleeding. That means we got bleeding from the sword and bleeding from the skill, which is... that's really nice. Alright, let's get Sunder up. And a crit. Yeah, the fact that these dungeons randomize, on top of having the different difficulties and the loot at the end and everything, is really, really nice. Ah, we're just getting started, but it's over. Okay, let's do some fishing. Can I... oh, that's right. I can't use a lot of that kind of stuff while there's enemies in this area. So I have to, like, full clear the room before I can do, like, fishing and stuff. Okay, there's actually a mob right here that's new. I've been kind of clearing through this room, just, you know, going through the battles and stuff. The Wild Gunner. I'm going to go ahead and start off with a gut punch. That Sunder is so nice to have, like, at the start of the fight like that. Go ahead and taunt. And I love starting with Sting because that's so much overcharge. It's so useful. Oh, that just hits random people. That's fine, because after this battle I'm going to pop Calibretto's like dungeon skill to heal everybody. So I think we should be okay. Yeah, knock him out. Good stuff. Didn't break a sweat. And they're fairly close to hitting level 6. Which level 6 is another really nice level. Okay, and we actually have 2 fishing holes in this area, so I'm going to do a bit of fishing here in a moment. Let me go ahead and pop his heal spell. We have 6 of those, so... I mean... okay, we still got enemies around here somewheres. And then right here, what do we have? You found the dungeon map. This shows you pretty much the layout of the whole dungeon. And there's also like a compass type item as well that you can find. Okay, so what do we got up here? First up, a chest with Coast Iron, Veil Herbs. I cannot believe we got a purple out of that box just for giving it a like a dinky starter weapon. And it wasn't even like a good weapon that I gave it. It was like actually a starter weapon. Alright, Spoils of War 3 of 4, the armor. A handwritten journal entry is scrawled on parchment. I finally ran into General Xavier myself today. After all the chatter about his change since returning from the front, I was convinced it was blown out of proportion. Now I'm not sure it was taken seriously enough. He returned in new armor. I hesitate to call it armor because it felt like something more than that. The way it shone, even in the dim torchlight of the outpost's lower halls, was unnatural. I'd say it made my head hurt in some way. But that was probably the hangover. Probably. Car lost. Alright, and we have a couple fishing holes. I'm going to go ahead and fish these out. If I find any new fish, I will definitely point them out. Sea turtle, a peaceful turtle common around the island. Okay, that first fishing area, there wasn't anything too crazy aside from that sea turtle, you know, being a new creature. Okay, and there was like nothing new right there. By the way, you can open up your fishing journal and you can see like the number you've caught, the record that you've caught, and so on, and little information about them. So anyways, let's head on into this next area, and then this will be 50% of the map explored, and we'll probably end out the episode here, because I know after we do this area. Let me go ahead and use him to lunge into battle, because then he gets heist by 100% for one turn. Oh, we are so close to leveling right now. So close. Honestly, that tank right there. Okay, this is History of the Iron Outpost. This is another lore section. I'm not going to read that right this second because that's 2 out of 4. Go ahead and drink this Shrine of Health. You regenerate health, 5% of max health each turn for 3 battles. But once we get all the Iron Outpost lore, then I'll read through that, or at least the first one, you know. Okay, there we go. Leveled up. We are level 6. We just got our hero perks. And a vented cannon. It's a blue. Okay, we got some stuff to do here real quick. Guardian weapon has a 10% chance when attacking to create a damage shield with each hit, preventing 35 damage. We would lose some defense but gain bonus damage, stamina, and that guardian weapon effect. Yes, we are going to get the vented cannon. That thing is awesome. Oh, and we actually got blue knockout gloves for him. For Gully. And, okay, now we get into the interesting stuff, which is perks. Okay, you don't unlock perks until level 6. But basically, if you take a look here, you have mastery skills. There's like attack power, overcharge, carryover, and basically they're different based on each tree. Okay, now I'm not going to go through all these because there's a ton of different stuff. And basically each character has more of an offensive tree and a more of a defensive tree. Calibretto has artillery, which is his offensive stuff, and then nature, which is more healing based. Gully has Avenger, which is offensive, and then Guardian, which is its tanking tree. And then Garrison has this offensive tree, and then Wanderer, which is a lot of like overcharge and haste and things like that. A lot of overcharge control. So, of course, he doesn't play so much as a defensive class. But, anyways, Calibretto, I'm gonna go healing on Calibretto, straight up healing, and you have 6 points to start with, and I'm going to go with. Here's a party for 12 health each. And I think I'm going to go for Recuperate. So at the end of each combat, it's going to heal everybody for 12 health. Okay? Gully, I'm going to go Defensive Guardian on him for tanking. I'm going to go ahead and take Defend too. So we get an additional 10% damage mitigation when defending. And then I'm also going to take Armor Up. Increases physical defense by 4.2%. And then Garrison, I'm going to go offensive on him because he's kind of like our damage dealer at the moment. I'm going to go for crit damage up, so increases the damage of critical hits by an additional 5.75%. And I'm also going to take Start Strong, so at the first turn of his in combat, he gets an extra 10% attack power, which is nice for getting that initial big damage hit. So I'm going to take that. Now these can be pulled off at any time. You know, you can come in, say you unlock some new skills here, some new perks, and you can pull them off and change them. And these are awarded like Critical Mastery, increases crit chance by 3%. We'll get that once we spend 20 points in the Swordsman tree. So, that's how those work. Alright, now this, what do we have here? Small bottle, blade lift, Coast Iron Broadsword, and a blue Nature's Touch. Well, let's take a look. Coast Iron Broadsword is an upgrade across the board. We do lose Serrated Blade, but that's just a small chance to apply bleed, so I'm going to switch that over. And then this ring that we got, the Nature's Touch, is increase on health by 80, stamina by 16, and attack power by 8. That is going to Gully. Stamina and health. So he's up to 300 HP. Like, look at the defense, okay? Like, physical defense, 28 on Gully, 17 on Calibretto, 15 on Garrison. Like, Garrison, you would think being an armored soldier like that, he would have more defense. He is squishy. He is so squishy. And I'm assuming that well handle goes to this. You come across a well, you could pull something up, but the well handle is missing. Let's use our well handle. The well, now with a proper handle, can pull something from the bottom. Let's look at the bottom. You look as far as you can, but the well is so deep you can't make out anything at the bottom. The walls of the well glimmer with some sort of slime. Let's turn the crank. You crank the handle a dozen times. The bucket it's carrying feels like it's getting heavier and heavier. It reaches the top. Inside, you find a tiny ring. Lost Promise Ring. The ring was found at the bottom of a well. The anger of the spurned girlfriend can be felt when putting it on. Bonus damage plus 28. That is an attack power ring. That is going to Garrison. He is going to be hitting like a truck. Okay, now if we pop through here, is there a teleport by chance? Yes, there's a teleport. Okay, we are going to clear out this room. We're at 60% map discovered. But we'll go ahead and knock through this real quick. You know what's crazy is I actually feel stronger already than I did the last time I cleared the dungeon. Because of like that ring and that sword and all this stuff we've been getting. Like, Calibretto needs some better armor because he's still wearing starter armor, but we're getting, like, really strong right now. There's a history of the Iron Outpost Volume 1. I'm going to wait till next episode to read that, though. Just because I know it's about wrapping up point. I know it's running a little bit late, but... let's go ahead and full clear this. What do we got here? Blade Leaf Veil Herbs. Rough Wool Scraps. Okay. And you... Oh, wait. Oh, wait. It's one of these guys. Oh, wait. Come out here. There we go. Cracked Surveyor Stone. You caught a Surveyor. And basically what that does, if we open up the map now, you can see information about each area of the map. That's basically the compass. So we can see, like, this area has enemies, enemies, enemies. There's the boss. You can see that there's a hammer here. That's a crafting station. A fishing hole. I don't know what that is. And then lower, lower, lower in each of these areas. And then exclamation marks are points of interest that we found. I do believe. Like, this was fishing. But we've already cleared all the fish. I don't know. But anyways, that's what it's there for. And then we can use this to work back to the start of the dungeon. So, but anyways, I know it's about wrapping up point, so I am going to end out this episode here. Next episode, when we come back, we are going to finish out this dungeon. So, right now we're doing very, very well. Like, we've gotten some major, major power increasers. So, and you can see I can continue on from here, so. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay up to date with when new videos come out. And if you think the parks were cool and the fishing was cool and the dungeons are cool, there is another really cool feature coming up, like right after we start next episode, shortly after. So, just a heads up on that. So, anyways, I hope to see you guys next time. I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. Until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys then.